Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be discussing if women should be able to join the draft. I think they should be able to. Lexi?
No.
No. Okay. So for me personally, I think especially today in 2020, there's a huge push for like women's rights and equality for with women and to be on the same level as men and all that. And I think what comes with that is also kind of the lesser of popular things, such as like being eligible for the draft and whatnot. And I think if if you're an 18-year-old, I'm pretty sure there's hundreds and thousands of females that are way stronger than I am, who are way more capable to go out to war than I am. But I feel like possibly with all this in our culture today that they should be able to be eligible for the draft. And what do you have to say, Lexi?
I think no because I don't want to. That's it.
You just don't. I mean, that's pretty much that's a lot of. I don't think anybody really wants to be drafted.
Some people do.
I do think.
The JROTC kids, they do.
Oh,
they're waiting for it.
They probably do.
They're waiting for it. They just have they have an outfit ready and everything in case the time comes.
I think that I think there's a huge thing of a lot of people don't want to be even eligible for the draft. Men don't really have a choice. With females though, I think even in today's society, we've seen the military progress to females being able to join and all that and participate. I think they should be able to be eligible for the draft, along with I think if they want to, they should be able to be put on those combat.
I agree with that. Because the ones who are pushing for more rights, to be more like men, it's okay, that's on them. The ones who don't, I'm good.
Yeah, so I feel like they should have the option to be in those positions of if they want to go on the front lines or if they want to be more of the support. But I think if anything comes down to a draft, I think a lot of people, men and women, should be required to help. If something gets bad enough to where we have to draft people, I think including pretty much the other half of the population of the U.S. is very important, other than just sending the men all out there to help out with the war. But like I said, I agree that it should be an option. What
else? I mean, I don't know too much about the drafting process and all that, but I imagine there's some sort of training examination just to see where you're at and if they think that you're good enough to fight. And I think that
it's like Captain America couldn't be.
Yeah, that's what I think. Actually, but I think that if women do get drafted, going through that, obviously I think a lot of them will go through with that, but there is a good amount that won't progress through after that examination. I know I wouldn't, but
I do think there's like I said before, there's probably a bunch of females who can or who are way more capable, way more better than I am.
Yeah.
But as of right now, if there was a draft, I would be the one getting sent out, not them. Even if they, I would assume, even if they wanted to really be on the front lines in that situation. But I think there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to a war, when it comes to the military. So I feel like there's a lot of spots that they can occupy that aren't even really combat excessive.
So if I had to, I would do nursing or whatever, something like that.
Yeah. What if you got put? Let's say there was a draft and you got drafted in a combat situation.
If they know what's best for the country, they would not do that because I would make it worse. Not on purpose, but just doing
I also think it's interesting to think about what would happen necessarily if when you draft people, you're drafting people who don't necessarily even really want to go to war or even had any idea that they were going to. So how would it be where you have all these different men and women on the battlefield? I feel and a natural instinct for me would be to make sure the women are more safe.
Mm-hmm.
So would that be a pro? Would that be a con where the men are more so focused on keeping making sure the women are more safe and whatnot?
Yeah, it's hard to determine if you're not in that situation until you are. But yeah, I understand that. Just kind of like a instinct that you don't even realize that you're doing.
Yeah, and I remember having a conversation. I was at my sister's house, and her boyfriend brought up that like he would not want to be on the battlefield with my sister because he feel like he would get killed just trying to like make sure that she doesn't do anything dumb.
But would you do that like with your friends who are guys and stuff like that?
I think there's a more so of like a thing of where, yeah, you would want to make sure everyone's protected, but I think there's more so, cause I mean it's already known that like biologically men are more stronger physically than females, so I feel like on the battlefield it would be more so of like
you know that they would like
you know
even
that
though you care about them, they're like kind of covered. If that makes sense.
yeah, like you got to make sure like okay you're the kind of the man in the situation. I'm sure there's those females out there too who are just all like, no, I don't need a man to protect me, and they're fine to go out on their own on the battlefield in that particular situation. But I do feel like there should be some choice and leeway with that. Let us all know what you think in the comments down below if you think women should be put in the draft and why or why not. And we'll see you guys all in the next video.